Learn about multi-step conversion factors by looking at an arbitrary example. Well, why I'm using arbitrary terms there is to show you that doesn't matter what concept you're looking at, and it doesn't matter what conversions you're being asked to do, as long as you know the relationships between those terms. That's all you need to make use of the conversion factors. Okay, so to set up a conversion factor question, first of all, whether it's multi-step or not, you need to first write what's given on the far left side of the page and what you require on the far right side of the page. Read the question carefully, extract the information for what's given. Now, when I say what's given, I mean what's given except for all the conversion factors. Let's look at this. 5 Plantus were walking down the road. That first sentence gives us the given value. It does not show us any conversion factor or a division relationship, because it's just stating one term, Plantus, that's it. We're given 5 Plantus. The second sentence, each Plantu claimed that they were holding 90 blarbs. Each Plantu, 90 blarbs. That has the potential to be a conversion factor. When you solve this problem, you're not going to write this down. You don't need to write this down, but just to show you what that conversion factor is, I'm going to write it down for you. Each Plantu, meaning for every one Plantu, there are 90 blarbs. So you can interpret it two ways. Because you don't know what Plantus and blarbs are, you can say that for every one Plantu, there are 90 blarbs, or for every 90 blarbs, there is one Plantu. That number travels with it because the question tells you each Plantu, so one Plantu. Doesn't matter whether you write it this way or that way. These are just reciprocals of each other. So that's one conversion factor I got. If I read the next sentence, if there are 15 blarbs in each blocks, again, that much gives us another conversion factor. 15 blarbs per 1 blocks, or 1 blocks, 15 blarbs. This is another conversion factors. You may or may not use these, and that's why you shouldn't write them down necessarily, because that could be extra work you're doing. Here I'm writing them down because I want to show you what information you can extract from the question. So this is not what's given value that I'm talking about. Okay? The question is asking you, then how many blocks were the Plantus carrying? How many blocks is the question, right? Whatever the question is, how many blocks that is what goes in the far right side of the page. How many blocks we don't know. Okay, that's our end goal. We need to reach there. How can we reach there? We have to start from what's given, what we know as a fact of the situation. And in this, the fact of the situation is that you have 5 Plantus walking down the road. That's it, right? 5 Plantus. So that becomes your given value. A value you could not put as fraction. And the question is asking you how many blocks were the Plantus carrying. So if you had 5 Plantus, we want to know 5 Plantus equal how many blocks? 5 Plantus were carrying how many blocks? Now you can begin your conversion factors. So given value, what you need to find, and then you can multiply the given value by as many terms, as many ones as you like, right? And that's why you can multiply it by as many of these conversion factors as you like, because the conversion factors represent the value of 1. I don't want Plantu in my final answer. Instead, I want blocks. So I write Plantu here, and now if I write blocks here, do I have anything here that can help me go directly from Plantu to blocks? So I guess when you have multiple factors like this, it may help to write them down like this if you have several of them, so that you can know for sure that you don't have a direct relationship. Here I just look here, each plan 2 claimed that they were holding 90 blurbs. I don't have a way to go to bloxes, but I have a way to go to blurbs. I know that each one plan 2 is carrying 90 blurbs. This is where you put faith in the question. If that question was designed to be solved, then without even thinking the end result, about the end result, you can just say, what can I do? I don't want plan 2s for sure, so what can I convert it to, right? I can convert it to blurbs. Plan 2s and plan 2s will cancel. Now I have blurbs. If the question asked for blurbs, this would be my answer. I'll just do 5 times 90 blurbs. That's not what the question is asking, so I continue. I have another conversion factor. Now I don't want blurbs. Instead, what I want is bloxes. Do I have a relationship? 15 blurbs in each blocks. Look at that. So I have a relationship between those two words. 15 blurbs equals 1 blox. Keep in mind where you're putting the numbers. 15 blurbs in each blocks, in 1 blocks. Okay. So now blurbs and blurbs cancels. I'm left with blocks. What am I looking for? Blocks. I have my answer. All I need to do is multiply everything at the top, divide everything at the bottom. Okay? Multiply everything at the top, divide everything at the bottom, and you have your answer. Question's mathematically easy, but just in case, if you're wondering how the mathematics works there, everything at the top multiplied, so you can rewrite this as 5 times 90 times 1 blocks. You know, you don't need to write the ones to show you what you're doing there exactly. 5 times 90 times 1, and then denominator you have 1 times 15 and no term at the bottom. That's what you want. So you know that you're getting the right answer in terms of the units. When you multiply everything at the top, 450 blocks over 1 times 15. So you make sure you do all of that together, right? Multiply everything at the top, divide by everything at the bottom, write them together so that you can write your final answer, which is 90. 450 divided by 15 is 90 bloxes. That's your final answer. And you know you can be confident in that answer because it's in bloxes.